Hello and welcome to the This is Talladega 250. It's the next round in the chase for the Elite Belly Up Sports Cup Series Championship. I am James Watson, joined as always by my broadcast partners, Zach Evans and Dave Huckleberry, with Sam Boutwell, our race control man. And how about it, Zach? This is the one we always look forward to / dread / fear.
Yeah, definitely the wild card of this chase for the Belly Up Sports Cup Series Championship, Super Speedway racing at Talladega. We'll see what kind of action we'll get here tonight. Could we get a surprise winner? Will we see one of our championship competitors taken out in a big wreck? Just all kinds of scenarios that are going to play out here over the next couple of hours or so here on the Elite Racing Network.
Absolutely, and let's take a look at the point standings graphic if we have it ready. And there you have it. Blake Reynolds has a narrow lead over his teammate Ethan Stanley. Daniel Folkingham and Gavin Hibbs and Garrison Hogan round out the top five. Then you have Matthew Weeks, Jonathan Cutlip, Ethan Burrell, Joshua Chin, Trey Eitzen, Scott Crump, Daniel Gore, Ryan Gable, and Justin Vandermarl rounding out your chase competitors. Alrighty, and it's time to get to our our starting grid. Take it away, Zach Evans. Ay, Dios mío.
On the pole with the 40 race for a pole award is Tyler Fody. He'll be starting alongside Johnny Thomas. Daniel Folkingham qualifying third. He will be flanked by Garrison Hogan on the second row. Ethan Burrell qualifying in the fifth position. Paul Mikolajczyk will start 2 laps down in that Philadelphia Flyers car. I don't make the rules. Jared Rexing qualifying seventh. He'll be alongside Corey Abbott in the eighth position. Josh Chin qualifying ninth. He'll be alongside Caleb Acumer, rounding out the top 10. Scott Crump clocking in 11th fastest here tonight. He'll be alongside Daniel Gore in the 12th position. Ryan Borges clocks in 13th. He'll be joined on the 7th row by Josh Adams. Going back to row 8, Jonathan Cutlip starting in the 15th position. He'll be alongside the aforementioned points leader, Blake Reynolds. On the 9th row, it'll be Seth Rawls alongside Gavin Hibbs. Going back to the 10th row, Gerald Campbell will start 19th. He'll be alongside Justin Vandermarl in car number 54. On the 11th row, it's the OX row. Carlos Acosta in the 02, Ryan Gable in the 01. On the 12th row, we see Gavin Higgins in 23rd and Matthew Weeks in 24th. Going back to the 13th row, Frank Fody clocking in 25th fastest. Jesse Racimus will be to his outside in 26th. Rob Mooney and Ty McIntosh will make up the 14th row on the grid. Ray Bracey clocking in 29th. He'll be alongside Kyle Hanshaw in 30th. Nate Stewart, 31st fastest. David Westergreen, my usual partner in crime here, he will start 32nd. Michael Hosick starting 33rd. Ethan Stanley, 34th. Dustin the Dragon Doer will start 35th. Jaden Racimus is 36th. Keeping an eye here, we should be seeing some open cars here shortly. I think Harrison Talon 37th. Chad Frankenfield way back in the field in 38th. Kurt Gibson 39th. Trey Holmes in 40th. Andrew Rucker, he will not make the show. He did not qualify in as an open competitor. Trey Eidson will be next in line. Gilberto Javier Gamera is in. Nigel Stock is out. Brent Jones is in. Logan Helton is out.
Yeah, that is one heck of a starting grid. And, you know, Talladega, it always brings everyone out, always brings the stars. Everyone wants to race here at Dega.
Couple of housekeeping notes before we take the green flag here with penalties carrying over from past races. We will have at least one drive-through. That'll be Dustin Dewar.
I
So he'll
believe we have
be.
2, if I
Hunter
remember
Smith is not
correctly.
here.
Okay.
So we can't give him a drive-through if he's not here.
Well, not with that attitude.
Ryan Gable is receiving an EOL, however, and that is part of that as well.
Alrighty. But here we go. The pace car getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Tyler Fody will lead us to the green flag. And green means go, and we are underway at Talladega. An even start for our front row here. Johnny Thomas tried to do everything he can to hold to the outside of Tyler Fody, but it's going to be hard. That second line always seems to fall apart fairly quickly here at Talladega with this next-gen package, Zach.
It does, and already we're seeing a third line start to form. Gavin Hibbs leading that train with Justin Vandermeerl and Matthew Weeks in tow, and a whole line of other cars as well. So we'll see if that third lane can get some momentum rolling and start working its way forward. Daniel Gore has actually jumped in front of Gavin Hibbs there in that green and red 69, reminiscent of those Casey Atwood cars from back in the day.
Yes, sir. Yeah, go figure. I just start to talk about how quickly it goes away, and instead we get a third line, and we're getting 3 wide through most of the field as Johnny Thomas is going to lead the opening lap here at Dega.
Johnny Thomas, a past elite Belly Up Sports Cup Series Daytona 500 winner. Certainly will be one to watch here tonight in that 83 car leading the middle lane. Of course, Tyler Fody, what hasn't he won here in Elite, leading that inside lane for now, but now you see a move there from Garrison Hogan and Johnny Thomas to get to the bottom. That will put Paul Mikolajczyk leading that middle lane in that very ugly white and orange car.
Really? Ugly? Why would you find that car ugly, Zach? I certainly have no idea why.
What's it like being the second largest beneficiary of the rigged NHL draft, by the way, James?
The power of Celebrini compels you! Honestly, though, I don't know how to feel about that, because, like, good things don't happen to this franchise, but, heck it, we ball. And balling is what Johnny Thomas is doing. He is all alone in control of this race, but as I said, he's going to have company. Looks like Foggingham jumps to the outside, and he's going to have help from Ethan Burrell. Burrell shoving that 39 car out in front, and they are both clear for a second, and they are not going to take advantage of it. Looks like they are staying put. That's definitely not what I would have expected. Now they do, and it looks like they brought Garrison Hogan with them there, Zach.
Oh, Cardinal!
Oh, no! What do you reckon? Oh,
Caleb
no!
Humer.
Oh, no! I think I saw David Westergreen, our cohort. Oh, I hope it's a different gold car, but... See, meatball flag for Carlos Acosta. See, is that Caleb Humer? I believe that is.
Yes, it is. Our World 600 winner. Just a little out of shape there while trying to give the bump to Corey Abbott, and that kind of creates a stack up. Josh Adams ends up hooking him into the outside wall. I don't know if there was much Josh could have done there. And then, of course, they pile in, but obviously the damage already done to Caleb Humer with that head-on shot into the wall. You see Carlos Acosta around. Otherwise, I think most of the field does a pretty good job of escaping this, honestly, but definitely a hard hit for Caleb Humer. We'll go on board with Chad Frankenfield in the kicking the tires number 15 as this unfolds directly in front of him. He does get into the back of, well, that's a heck of a birthday present for Trey Holmes in that 23 car as they stack up trying to avoid the incident.
And okay, so I believe the gold car that I thought was D West might actually be Carlos Acosta. So unfortunately, it was in fact an ERN colleague getting involved in that, but it looks to be not David Westergreen. So we're going to go ahead and take an opportunity to get our first commercial break in, and we will be back shortly.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Enjoy Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it here. See, Daniel Falkingham continues to hold on to the lead of this race right now. And it really seems to be business as usual for him. I remember all the way back at the Daytona 500 that 39 car took the checker flag that night and was arguably the fastest car anyways, Zach.
Yep, definitely has been strong once this chase had started. Started in the pits at Watkins Glen and still put together a strong finish. It was very competitive at New Hampshire last time out before that wild engine failure.
Yeah, that Harrison Talon's most happiest place in the world. But here we are. Green means go. We're back underway at Talladega. Great jump for Falkingham and Hogan.
little housekeeping while we were away. The tally was issued to Josh Adams for that first incident. He has stated his intention to appeal that ruling. So stay tuned for further developments on that, on As the Elite Turns.
Absolutely. See, here comes Ethan Burrell. He's getting a good shove from Paul Mikolajczyk. The Flyers man shoving Ethan Burrell out, and he's going to jump down to the bottom and take control of this inside lane. It's the conveyor belt, Zach. We were talking about that a lot at Talladega, and we see it a lot with the other cars, but man, it seems to be so much more frequent with these next-gen cars.
It really does. That middle lane, it can get a run with the right people pushing it, but then whoever you don't want to get pushed out too far, so you see them drop down to the bottom and kind of create that conveyor belt effect, as we've called it. Right now, it is Paul Mikolajczyk leading the conveyor belt. We will see how far out front he's willing to go. There you have it. Just far enough to let
Look at Johnny Thomas trying to make it 3 wide. Johnny did not want to give up that spot, and that was near disaster. But Mikolajczyk holds on for what Zach Evans is hoping is the only time that logo is in front all night tonight. AO.
Yeah, go Tyler Fody. Go Tyler Fody. Yeah, Tyler Fody.
And go Tyler Fody. He's getting a big shove from Jared Rexing here. It's not very surprising to see that 40 back up here. I don't know where he went. I'm surprised he was as far away from the front as he was, but almost business as usual as it seems. But here comes Jared Rexing pulling the move. He jumps down to the inside of the 40. Not sure if that caught Tyler out or what. We see a couple cars up by the wall.
Now. Yeah, we've seen that a couple of times now where it just seems like the timing hasn't been there, the communication on that move to the bottom. You saw it a little bit with Johnny Thomas and Paul Mikolajczyk, and then you saw it there, and this time it doesn't work out great for Jared Rexing, because now Ryan Borges has got to drop down in front of him. Tyler Fody and Scott Crump are still leading that middle lane.
Yeah, it's now a Lake Norman 1-2 here. Oh, nope, sorry, that is Ryan Borges up front. I knew Scott Crump's car looked a little different.
Yep, nope, that one is not Scott Crump. Scott Crump is in that near the front, but he is second in line in the middle right now, behind Tyler Fody.
Yeah, there is a Lake Norman connection, but it is 1-2 on that outside lane, not in fact side by side right now, as Borges continues to hold on to this lead side by side. Now here's Rexing. He's getting a massive shove from Mikolajczyk here. And it is dominance of that middle lane, but they have to look out. Johnny Thomas looking to the outside. What do you do if you're Ethan Burrell? Oh, no, yep.
He just got hung out to dry there in the middle.
He sure did. He fell back real nest quick on that one.
Oh, dear.
You know, in all the time I have been broadcasting Elite with Jared Rexing, I'm amazed that that's the first time I used that joke. Meanwhile, back up front is Ethan Burrell and Johnny Thomas doing battle for the top spot.
Burrell dropping to the inside lane in front of Johnny Thomas. Once again, Tyler Fody leading the middle lane. A sight we've seen a lot so far here in these first 12 laps. Brent Jones, third car in that outside lane. Another guy we often see run well here at the super speedways. Looking for that first Belly Up Sports Cup Series win, but could come here tonight.
That it could. That's the thing about Talladega. Anyone's got a chance to win it. And you never know who will. Ethan Burrell, winner of the Racecraft Grand National Series race on Monday, looking to make it here for his last 2 in elite competition.
Scott Crump's got to drop to the inside lane here in front of Ethan Burrell. Try to lead that inside lane for a little while. Oh, and he jumps right back up in front of Tyler Fode.
Yeah, we have, now it's the dueling red, white, and blue cars. They look really similar from afar, I will tell you that.
They do, and I had a little bit of an issue with that last week. They're different enough, but if you're not careful... Oh, trouble!
Oh, no!
That is Gavin Hibbs has gone head on into the outside wall.
We got breaking in the back. I think Gerald Campbell might have gotten connected with someone there. Not sure who it was, but that was really... Oh, no, it looks like Rob Mooney. What in the world? Let's see. Oh, big move from Jesse Racimas up into the 95. Round he goes. Dozy do. And then what happens with Campbell and Rexing? Oh, I think that's what happened with
Campbell.
With Campbell Mooney.
Campbell hits the spinning car of Gavin Hibbs, and then ricochets down the track into Rob Mooney. And Rob Mooney received the meatball there. You could see the telltale gray smoke as he hit the inside wall. So that definitely hurt the 84 car. One of our open entries this evening.
Yeah, that is awful luck if you're Rob Mooney. And I don't really think there was much of anything Beak Lightning can do on that one.
Not much. Not much. And obviously Rob Mooney had no shot of knowing that the 31 car was going to be coming back down the track. And there you see the ruling from race control. Jesse Racimas will receive the tally for that incident.
Alrighty, well, we're going to go ahead and get another break in, and we will be back shortly.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Boland Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Boland Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it. We see a few changes off of pit strategy. Matthew Weeks is now your race leader with Jesse Racimus, it looks like, joining him on the front row here.
Yep, Matthew Weeks, Jesse Racimus, Kurt Gibson staying out here. They had all pitted at lap 4 under our first caution of the evening. Everybody else behind them pitted under this most recent caution. You can see there, some went fuel only, some went 2 tires, but that's how it breaks down.
Yeah, that's definitely interesting strategies here. Definitely a good ploy for some stage points here for these 3 that stayed out. As you see the pace car make the hard left-hand turn on the pit road, Matthew Weeks will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Talladega. Huge jump for the 11 car, and he jumps up in front of Racimus, his teammate. And now it leaves Kurt Gibson all alone. And now, boy, howdy, that got real close there. I wasn't sure what was going to happen. Weeks jumps down in front of Gibson, and now it's Racimus leading this outside lane with Tyler Fode right there behind. Fode, oh, wow, real close shove into 3 from Fode to Racimus. Fantastic pushing from Tyler Fode. I don't know how he's able to do it right there on the corner. Usually you see that's a death sentence, but with someone like Tyler Fode, it's not surprising that he can do that and not have it end in disaster. For now, at any rate.
You see that third lane starting to creep into the frame as well, led by Johnny Thomas and Ty McIntosh.
And now Fode getting shoved out in front. He's got Hogan right behind him, and now it's Hogan jumping down to the inside. And Burrell's going to join Hogan, and all of a sudden, Fode's going to be falling the back a little bit, but he's going to get a massive shove from Daniel Falkingham here. We're still side by side here. It's now Hogan and Tyler Fode. See Blake Reynolds, he's starting to make his way up to the fray. He's behind. Whoa, big shove! Oh no, Tyler Fode gets turned! Oh, and it's a big one! Several cars going around. It looks like that's Garrison Hogan spinning to the infield. Seth Rawls spinning, but I think he might be okay. Looks like David Westergreen's going to get through. Jesse Racimus' turnaround. Oh, this is big. The real aggressive shove from Falkingham. And, you know, that's something that Daniel's got to do. Like, if you're Daniel Falkingham, you're getting shoved from the whole line behind. You can't let off at all. It's basically what happened in that the wreck to end all wrecks here real life a couple weeks ago.
Yeah, it looks like maybe the push from to the pusher was a little off center, and that knocked Daniel Falkingham out of line. We might be able to go to a... Yeah, you can see there, Blake Reynolds was not straight and center with Daniel Falkingham as he gave the shove, and Daniel Falkingham had nowhere to go. Now, we might need to go to a different angle to see kind of how it spirals from there, because there you see Blake Reynolds spinning. And it looks like it just into stack up. Chad Frankenfield got into Jesse Racimus and Blake Reynolds, and that's what sent them around.
And take a look at Jonathan Cutlip. Cutlip kind of gets really near, and it kind of looks like that 5 car does a little bit of a bunny hop. See right here, bing! Oh boy, that's a hard impact on that right front.
Yeah, he got a piece of Tyler Fode on the way by.
Racing incident. I can't say I am surprised about that. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get another break in, and we'll be back shortly.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it. We have, I'd say, about 7 to go till the end of the stage when we get back at it. And the leader is going to be Garrison Hogan with Daniel Folkingham right next to him on the front row. As we see the pace car getting ready to make the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Garrison Hogan will lead us to the restart zone. And green means go, and we are back underway at Talladega. Good jump from Hogan, but a really good jump on the outside for Daniel Folkingham, and he's going to allow that to be immediately side by side for the race lead here. And just inching ahead ever so slightly. She's going to have a big shove from Frankenfield right behind. It's the Falcon Frank show right here, trying to push him clear. Oh, and he's clear. Oh, and it was almost 3 wide.
Oh.
Saw the birthday boy, Trey Holmes, almost took it 3 there around the outside of Chad. Now Hogan jumps up to the outside. Garrison side drafting for his life right now as the outside starting to lose some momentum, but there's a lot more gap on that inside lane. And now here comes Matthew Weeks jumping out to that outside. He's getting a shove. Whoa, big pushes here on that outside lane.
And what's hurting that inside lane right now is Kurt Gibson blinking in and out that third car in line when he's here on the inside, that white and gold 88.
Yeah, you see all kinds of splintering now. We're even got a little bit of 3 wide here. We're 5 laps to go in stage number 1. Matthew Weeks all alone in the lead of this race.
This is going to be a tough position for race control Sam Boutwell. You don't necessarily want to take away Kurt's chance to earn stage points here, but this is some pretty significant blinking we're seeing as Garrison Hogan jumps to the inside lane.
Yeah, sorry to cut you out there, Zach, but that's a big move from Hogan to get to the inside. You see they are still side by side. The conveyor belt is not going on right now. 4 laps to go in stage number 1.
Buckingham jumping to the outside of Hogan.
Yeah, now he's looking to maybe get some help. Now it's Weeks trying to push Burrell, who's pushing Falkingham. This doesn't look good. But Falkingham is holding the lead of this race for now. And the inside lane, it is gone. 3 laps to go.
Oh, look at this mess. 3
Whoa.
wide.
Oh, big move from Falkingham to jump to the bottom. Oh,
That's 4 wide further back.
it
Trey Holmes got
sure
completely
is.
shuffled out. Absolutely no love for the birthday boy.
No, there isn't. You see 2 laps to go in stage 1. Ethan Burrell all alone in the race right now. See a lot of single file about the first 4 cars, give or take. But now here comes that outside. They're coming with a huge head of steam right now. It's going to be 2 wide, and it might be 3.
Matthew Weeks
So
jumped
far,
into that
Matthew
outside
Weeks
lane.
is holding on. One lap to go in stage 1. Here we go, Falkingham. He's in control of that outside lane. Does anyone have anything for the 39 car? So far, it does not look like it. Look at that.
Oh.
Cut. Here comes Hogan, jumping to the inside. It's going to be side by side for the stage win. And it's going to be Daniel Falkingham winning stage number 1.
At the line, it was Falkingham ahead of Gavin Higgins, Garrison Hogan, Kyle Hanshaw, and Nate Stewart for the top 5 in the stage. Josh Adams, Matthew Weeks, Trey Eidson, Frank Fody, and Ethan Burrell picking up the stage points.
Yeah, what a heck of a stage win. That is big points needed for Daniel Falkingham. Now things start to calm down just a little bit.
How you say that?
Yeah.
Still got plenty of 3 wide. I don't know how calm it is.
All kinds of 3 wide now. Mother of mercy.
On board with Garrison Hogan jumping to the outside lane out from behind Johnny Thomas. What you don't see right now, Hogan was kind of by himself when he jumped out there, but now Gavin Higgins behind him, as well as Blake Reynolds, Nate Stewart. So is Trey Holmes in that line as well.
Oh my god. It feels like we're back at the Daytona 500 in real life fuel saving. Like, look at this. Look at all this 3 wide. And it has to be the worst thing ever for everyone in the middle, because where do you go?
For Daniel Falkingham, he goes to the bottom. He joins this line of cars forming ahead of him. Well, now he jumps back into the middle and tries to side draft off of Gavin Higgins. I mean, cars are just going all over the place right now.
Yeah, they got to. That's the only place they can go. Like, this is a nightmare if you're, sheesh, anywhere from like 7th on back at this rate. Here comes Falkingham. He dives to the inside of Reynolds. Surrounded by a whole lot of track racer red right now. Right now, things are getting kind of, sort of. Once again, I say that, and here comes Johnny Thomas, and here comes Daniel Falkingham with him. Now, here comes Thomas. He's going to try the inside. Whoa, big move from Reynolds. That car had some yaw in it when he made it. And now they continue to duel. Adams giving a great bump to Falkingham right now. Whoa, Reynolds kind of all by himself here for the moment on the outside. It's going to wait. It's going to take a little moment for Adams to get there. Oh, and here comes Higgins. And like, oh man, Daniel Falkingham almost got left out to dry there for a moment. I tell you, Zach, some of the runs we've been seeing are absolutely wild. Definitely a lot crazier than I was expecting here coming into this one.
Yeah, definitely. Oh, so this is Tyler Fody on pit road. A meatball?
Yeah.
I mean, I guess it would have needed to be a flat tire, but did he have damage or something?
Yeah, I think he was damaged in one of those previous accidents and didn't fix it, and he was running in the back there with Gerald.
Right.
Got a meatball. Right, tire related.
Okay. I would have to assume it is tire related, yes.
Yeah, it's... I have seen it before where your car is damaged enough to get yourself a meatball here at Talladega. I think in fact, I got very close to it at the development series race here not that long ago.
Well, he added insult to injury by speeding on pit road.
Yep.
So he will be serving a drive-through on top of the time he just spent on pit road under green flag condition. Of course, Tyler Fode, not in the points conversation, has been kind of a part-time competitor this season. So we'll see what he does with that for the rest of this race.
See, now it's Matthew Weeks leading the charge, and now Josh Adams, he's throwing his hat up in the ring in charge of that second lane. And he's getting a huge shove from Frankenfield up into the overall lead. But here comes Weeks with a shove of his own from Falkingham. And don't look now, the track racer cars are starting to make a comeback here up in that outside.
They are also approaching the lap car of Jesse Racimus while 3 wide. I don't know how this is going to go, James.
Yeah, it's going to be sketchy. So far, so good.
No, it's not.
Oh,
Josh Adams
my
into the
God.
wall. They were past the lapped car, but still.
Well, got Daniel Gore around. I saw Kirk Gibson there by the inside wall. Ooh.
Well,
yeah, it just looks like a bit of a meeting of the minds here in the middle lane there, Zach.
yeah. I think maybe just a slight miscalculation there from Josh Adams. I would say he'd be in danger of picking up the second tally. I don't think that matters. I don't think that car will be joining us for the rest of the evening, regardless of how Sam Boutwell feels about this incident on race control.
Yeah, Rawls and Dave Westergreen are requesting their onboards being played.
Yeah, unfortunately, just no room there. Obviously, hello? Paul?
Ooh, very close for our colleague. Now, time to take a look at the 25 and see what he saw. Whoa! Gritty jump scare right there in front of Rawls.
Never liked that guy anyway.
See, oh, big damage to the 41 of Frank Fode. All right, well, we're going to go ahead and get another break in, and we will be back shortly.
Racing isn't easy, but experiencing it is. iRacing puts you in the driver's seat with the industry's leading sim racing game. Drive on laser scan replicas of the greatest racing circuits from around the world. Go head-to-head against other drivers chosen by skill-based matchmaking to ensure competitive racing at every level. Compete across all your favorite series. In officially licensed cars, engineered to deliver the most accurate driving experience possible. Join a race or host your own with players from across the globe. Race against the computer or in a league with friends. Feel the thrill behind the wheel. Visit iRacing.com.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it, and a little bit of pit strategy. Dustin Dorr, the Dragon, staying out. He is in control of this race now. Definitely an interesting strategy. When was the last time the 32 was on pit road?
I'm seeing he pitted this time. I don't know if he took 2 tires or fuel only.
Interesting.
There you go.
2 tires, okay. Alrighty, well, the pace car makes a hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Dustin Dorr will lead us to the restart zone. And green means go. We're back underway at Talladega. Good jump from Dorr, but a massive run from the outside. Looking at all the energy built up, and just like that, Folkingham is just about in front for the lead of this race. You see some movement. We're already starting to get a third line foreman here. McIntosh jumps up in front of Garrison Hogan here as they're trying to lead the charge. Folkingham having to defend from Johnny Thomas. Johnny looks to take it high, but now Folkingham just to the bump. Oh, and a big bump from Dustin Dorr. Dusty holds on to it. What a save for the 32. Oh, Johnny Thomas. I'm getting the feeling that 83 car might have lost his patience with the 39. The moves trying to get around Folkingham are starting to get way more aggressive. He does not want to stick behind him any longer, as now you got the 21 up to the front of that outside lane. Look at Corey Abbott. Oh man, these cars do not look happy. They just took tires, but they don't drive like it right now. Gonna be side by side at the line, and it's gonna be Abbott taking the lead of that lap, and Corey may be looking to drop down. He will. McIntosh and Abbott jump down to the middle lane. And now that leaves Garrison Hogan as the leader of the third line.
So here's an interesting situation to consider here.
Oh, we got big problems, the 39. Where is he? He's
no, he's on the inside lane. He's on the inside lane, like 6 cars back.
Wow, that is definitely what you want to see at Talladega. Well, Garrison Hogan leads this race with Corey Abbott right behind. Corey maybe trying to look to make some sort of move. Oh, this is getting real close. Hogan jumps down to the bottom.
So I was going to note here, that second car in the middle lane, Ty McIntosh, an interesting wrinkle for him, especially of all the places as super speedway, right? One as a disciplinary action from last week, he has been issued a ban from the voice chat communications for this week in the session by league officials. If there's ever a place you want to be able to communicate with your other drivers on track, especially if you're the pusher, second in line in the middle, and want to let them know, I don't know, I'm overheating, it's here. And he does not have that luxury because of that penalty.
Yeah, that's gonna be real interesting to keep an eye on. Hopefully that doesn't rear its ugly head, but it probably will, knowing racing and how things go.
So far, they've been trying to work around it by having his South Shore teammates relay messages on his behalf, but obviously that requires, teamwork, coordination, and also for the voice channel to be clear for your teammates to relay said messages, which is not always a guarantee in these super speedway races.
And coordination, which we know that Dave Westergreen is not good at. Kidding, Dave. Don't yell at me. Anyways, here's Joshua Chin. Now he's up front, leading this middle line. It looked like he was actually dropping out of line not that long ago, and then all of a sudden he is back out in front. And just like that, Daniel Falkingham has also joined leading that outside. Oh, so much. It's a lot of moving around in that tri-oval. I touched on it earlier, Zach. It's wild to see how much movement we're seeing from these cars right now. Usually you don't have to worry about the next gen having to move around a whole lot, but these things do not look happy out there.
I'm not sure how much of it is, I haven't spoken to a lot of the guys. I'm not sure how much of it is the car being unhappy or twitchy. I definitely think that's part of it, but I also think some guys are just being very aggressive with the shoves or with the side drafting, and they're kind of creating that movement in that sense.
Yeah, that is an excellent point. The side draft is so effective in these cars. It's almost overpowered, it feels like. And it's even worse when you get into these 3 wide scenarios. And you then let netcode kind of start to rear its ugly head, and That really spices up the racing right there.
I do feel like part of it is just the pushes are very aggressive because they learned in practice you can hold a very aggressive push. So that's part of it as well. You see a lot of that dancing around when you get those. It's not a bump draft at that point. It's a shove draft. And the rear dances around, but it doesn't break loose, right? They maintain control, but you see a lot of that movement when that happens.
And you know, that makes sense because you've heard them talk about on the short tracks, you can't really just kind of move someone out of the way. If you want to do a bump and run, you got to just absolutely slam the heck out of them to get them out of the way. And we're seeing that here today in a way. Whoa! Big push from Rexing into Hogan there as they were entering the tri-oval. And look at the side draft from Rexing on Gable. See, right now, Abbott is continuing to lead that outside. Tried to drag them up, but just not quite able to make the energy that they need. I believe we're getting some light roasting in the radio chat right now. Someone voiced some displeasure about a bump, and now everyone is cracking jokes because of it. I'll look forward to that part on Quick Shifts. Oh boy, and here comes Frankenfield. He is up there right behind Rexing in that middle lane. Rexing is going to jump up, and now it's Frankenfield all alone. Nope, scratch that. Here comes Falkingham. And Higgins. And just like that, Jared Rexing leading that third lane, but losing track position here. Oh, boy. Sorry to cut you off, Zach, but we got a little bit of a meeting of the minds for the lead between Higgins and Falkingham. They were both trying to fight for the middle lane.
Well, they need to figure it out. They're approaching Tyler Fody here.
And thankfully, they have plenty of room to do it. That's the good thing about Talladega, like Daytona, although it really doesn't look any better. Oh boy. And breathe.
Don't say that.
Yep, there's...
Oh, Gerald Campbell bails to the apron.
Very much appreciated, Gerald. Beak Lightning flew to safer skies. Meanwhile, look at that! It's Brent Jones out in front!
Brent Jones to the lead.
How about that?
And
he's now
gone.
Getting left by Gavin Higgins. Oh! That's mean. Higgins now getting a huge shove from Falkingham. Oh, he tried to shove the door! And Falkingham said no.
You've talked about those runs that are being generated by this package, James, and I'm surprised we haven't seen a bigger issue with that yet of somebody shutting the door when they're already in it.
Yeah, another blink from our race leader. Now he jumps up to the middle lane. But yeah, these runs are wild, and we've gotten away with it as best as we can up to this point so far, but that's with the tiniest amount of give and take from the drivers. In another 20 laps or so, there's going to be even less give and even more take. And I believe that's just going to end up in taking cars out. I have a feeling we might look at the big one from real life and go, hold my beer, but hopefully not. And now Falkingham and Higgins, they switch positions now as Higgins to the inside. I tell you, Gavin Higgins, he is having himself a run. He is going toe-to-toe with Falkingham, who is one of the best, if not the best drafter in this series right now. Oh, now Falkingham gets hung out to dry. In the sucker hole goes the 39. Well, I'm gonna give him about 2 laps before he's back at the front. Oh, we're 4 wide. We are 4 wide right now. Oh no! Oh my goodness! Oh, I thought that was the end for many races. Oh, we held on to it. It was Dorr and Chad going 4 wide. Whew! We lived. We lived. And now it's Higgins and Jones up at the front still as they go past Frank Fody, who gets down below the yellow line.
Oh.
Thank you, Frank.
That's
Big
not
move
gonna
from Higgins.
That's
Oh
not gonna
no, and there's contact. Rexing down into Jones. They're going to hold on to it for now. We stay green. Incredible job. How? That is incredible. We've had 2 multi-car pileups that just didn't happen in this last lap alone, Zach.
I don't really understand. I won't point any fingers necessarily. I didn't have a good enough look to see who did what, but it seemed like a lot of cars.
Oh no! We're wrecking! Jones and Higgins up in the wall! Oh, and I think they might have caught some people with them. I'm not sure. Oh no! Oh, that could have been an extra one. Oh, Brett Jones. A phenomenal run for the 89.
Guys who were in contention for their first career Belly Up Sports Cup Series wins. Looked like maybe it was the bump.
Yeah, it's a bump from Hogan that shoots the 2 up into the wall.
Yep, just wasn't quite lined up and shot Brent Jones directly in front of Gavin Higgins. He had nowhere to go.
Now, was that a... See, Seth Rawls going through the grass. See, there's the wreck. Everyone scattering, trying to avoid it. Ooh, contact Rawls into Jane Racimus. See, Matthew Weeks around. Watch along. You see Weeks jumps down to the apron. And
Oh, lost it on the apron there.
yep. Next gen kind of doing next gen things. But no damage, and weeks will continue, and we will continue into a commercial break, and we will be back shortly.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Boutwell lifetime powertrain warranty. So get to Tom Boutwell Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit of becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it. And Zach, we are going to have about under 30 laps to go when we go back green. Fuel not going to be an issue, so it looks like just going to be full push from here on out.
Yep, we're definitely inside the fuel window at this point. Not that I think anybody was saving fuel on that last run. I think last time we were just a little bit too far outside the window to even consider it. So they were still racing pretty hard, but now it's completely out of the equation.
Yeah. Which means this whole thing is going to equal one heck of a race.
Have to
Obligatory,
imagine
there would be no math.
Oh, well, yeah, we're done with that part for sure. But I have to imagine it's got to be a lot more, even more aggressive than we've already seen.
And that's terrifying considering how aggressive we've already seen it as the pace car makes the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Garrison Hogan is going to lead us back to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Talladega. See, it was Gore, the control car right there, and he is showing massive control. Look at the jump he has, and he's going to have some help from Hossack. Whoa! Look at all the shoving from behind. See, pretty even between the two lines as we're going down into turn 3. Hossack looking to the outside. It's a dangerous move if you're Michael Hossack because Racing's getting turned. Oh, and it's another big one.
Talked about aggression, James.
Yep.
I feel like we're well away from it right now. Yeah, this is a complete. That's the last caution. Yep. Josh Shin kind of created a hole there and made it 3 wide, and it worked for a little bit, and then it stopped working.
See, Ray's gonna get hit by his teammate. Dave Westergreen shoots Westergreen back up the track, getting some extra damage. Massive damage to Johnny Thomas, and Brent Jones involved in this one again for good measure.
Alley being issued to the 7 of Ray Bracey.
Yeah, it's definitely an aggressive move, but when the nose of the 93 has been there as long as it was, you know, definitely an understandable ruling from race control right there. Look at the avoidance from Ryan Borges there. Just basically hung a left around the whole thing. Well, we'll go ahead and get another break in, and we'll be back again.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
That way we're not trying to interview him.
All right, we're back, and we're outside the infield care center with Johnny Thomas. Johnny, fortunate to be talking to you in these circumstances here.
Yeah, it's disappointing. We had a good run going. You guys saw it up front a lot today, and just got right hooked. It's Talladega racing these days. It's frustrating, but to end up on the hook, especially, I think we're the only one in that wreck to end up on the hook. Maybe Brant got pretty bad damage, but awarenesses are low out there. You know, when your awareness is low for other tracks that's not super speedways, you come to a super speedway, you know, you're better off just sitting in the back if you can't handle 3-ride racing. So just sucks, but it was like that all day today.
Yeah, it looked like you and Daniel Folkingham were making some crazy moves around each other Take us through what was going on between the two of you and those battles there early on in the race.
Just fun, just trying to stay up front. I mean, that's the goal. You know, you have to stay first through fourth, or you get back with the crazies and get wrecked. So that's why I'm trying to battle up there. You know, you got to be uber aggressive. And I thought maybe being in seventh or eighth wasn't too bad, but apparently it wasn't. And we're on the hook. Good little season. I think where we were top open car basically in the points who didn't make the chase. So that'll be a hit. But hey, it's Talladega. You know, our goal is to win. If we're not winning, let's be on the record.
Yeah, it was a huge bummer for you there, but a great night up until then. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Not really. Belly Up Sports sponsoring this Cup Series. Righteous Felon Beef Jerky. All the team at Little Eagle for supporting me, and we've had some really good runs. And you guys for bringing me on. Let me talk for a little bit.
Yes, sir. Well, we appreciate you, Johnny, and hopefully we're talking to you next week in better circumstances.
That's right. We'll see. Highly doubt it, but we'll see later.
Well, Zach, do you think that's going to be any sort of a reset on the field, or is it just going to be
No.
business as usual? Yeah,
No.
I knew that was coming.
No, I think that's just gonna be what we're gonna see the rest of the way here, unfortunately. Which is, I mean, 24 laps is an eternity, 25 laps, whatever the case may be when we restart here. I mean, that's a long time at Talladega for it to already be this intense, but I think that's probably what we have in store.
Absolutely. We have a track racer, channel 199 front row here. Harrison Hogan will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Talladega. You see, they weren't able to do a little bit of the okey doke that Joey Logano likes to talk about, if they were even planning to do that from the get-go. Right now, they are side by side with one another, getting shoves from Gable and Gore, respectively. Here comes the third lane with Gavin Hibbs on the outside. Right now, it is Reynolds and Gore all alone leading that middle lane for now. Now it's Gore leading the charge. Reynolds jumps in front of his teammate. He was getting a massive shove from Ryan Gable there on the inside. Well, big move from Ethan Stanley. He's going to jump in front of Hibbs. Right now, all the speed seems to be in that inside lane right now, as the middle and the third lane are just kind of being left in the lurch here.
Yeah, about 7 cars were able to get out front there until Gilberto Javier Gamera jumped to the middle lane, and now Ray Bracey will do the same.
Yeah, it doesn't seem to be too much damage on that 7 car. Here comes Hossack jumping out in front. Whoa, big move from Borges. Oh, whoa, Hibbs is giving such a shove to Ethan Stanley. We were 4 for a second. Hibbs got just offset that little bit. I thought for sure that was going to be another one. Oh, look at the aggression right now. Whoa. We're hearing Gavin Hibbs. He's getting hot. That's not good. As you see McIntosh now shoving Reynolds. And the birthday boy, he's in front of the inside, trying to hang to the inside. Oh, boy. Oh, big move from Gable. Reynolds tried to block it, but he was too late. Oh, my Lord. Oh, big sideways for Ryan Gable. He holds on to it. Oh, goodness gracious.
That's 4 wide.
We're 4. We're 4 wide. This is wild. And we're just barely not even 20 laps to go yet. Still 21 left in this race. Okay, looks like we've kind of cooled down for now a little bit. Sort of. Your race leader now, after all that, is Gavin Hibbs. He's getting a shove from Ray Bracey, but here comes Falkingham. '39 car once again rearing its ugly head. Third lane trying to build that energy back up right now. Hogan trying to drag it along, but so far nothing major here. 20 laps to go from Talladega.
Ryan Gable all alone on that outside right now, but trying to use that side draft to make it work.
And it worked. Look at the run that he got from everyone else on that third lane, and now he's going to get a big shove from Hogan. That worked to perfection. But just as they get there, it starts to dissipate a bit, and now they're kind of back to square one almost. Oh boy, Chad just said he's going 4 wide when he can. That's always what you want to hear. Now look at that. Hibbs is shoving Ethan Stanley out. Oh, big move from Burrell, and Vandermarle's going to join him. Oh, we got Blinken. It looks like it's Weeks right now.
No, that's Gibson.
Is it? Oh,
yep.
Once again, the similar colored cars are really tripping me up. But we are currently side by side for the lead. We got Burrell and Stanley. It's an all Ethan battle for this win. Oh, see big sideways. Gomera getting a huge shove from Gable on the top side. Now, just like that, it's Vandermarle and Falkingham at the front. And I'm still just keeping my eyes on Gilberto and Gable. Ryan Gable's given all he can to shove the 3 car up and get this third line rolling. Oh, we're 4. Here we go. It's Gable and Frankenfield and Rexing joining the fray. Gilberto is getting hung out to dry. He'll tuck back in front of his team owner, Seth Rawls. That seems to have worked a little better for the third lane. They're a lot farther along than they had been. As Gibson continues to blink. So far, it's now Stanley back in front as Falkingham jumped down to the inside.
Who's got jumped down?
Oh,
Gibson.
look at Kurt Gibson leading this inside lane and about to be leading this race with a huge shove from Falkingham as he is blinking. Oh boy. Whoa, big move from Gable up to the third lane as we're 4 wide just outside the top 10. Oh no, contact! Oh, and Chad's getting turned! Oh, and it's a big one! There it is again!
Get a look on the replay here. Looks like there was some contact between Dustin Dewar and Paul Mikolajczyk, which sent Mikolajczyk up into Frankenfield. And that's where Harrison Talon, Gilberto Javier Gamera, Jesse Racines yet again. Seth Rawls gets turned around. Hal Hanshaw hanging on. Chad Frankenfield gets into Jaden Racines.
The on board with Fody. Just monster trucking over the grass, and boy howdy was it effective. Alright, well, as we see Chad get the repairs, getting on board with Westergreen. Oh my goodness. Good work from our colleague to avoid that one. Alrighty. Tally is going on the 32. And yeah, it was pretty much exactly how you called it there, Zach.
You know, if it were up to me, Dustin Dewar would get a gold star for wrecking Gritty. And he took the other Philadelphia guy with him too. I mean, that's got to be like an extra Happy Meal from McDonald's or something. I mean, come on.
I knew exactly where you were going with that the moment you started speaking, and it was just as hilarious as I was expecting.
Go Canes.
All right, with that, we'll go ahead and get in a quick break, and we will be back with, I believe, going to be around 12 or 11 laps to go here. We'll be back.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it. And the front row is going to be Falkingham and Kurt Gibson. Falkingham electing to take the top, which isn't surprising. The top has seemed to have been kind of the place to be at times, really. I tell you, it's been interesting seeing how everyone's been dealing with the blinking of Kurt Gibson here.
It's got to be even more interesting with 10 laps to go. About to turn into Carb Cup out here, I think.
As you see the pace car making the hard left-hand turn onto pit road. Daniel Falkingham will lead us to the restart zone. Green means go. We're back underway at Talladega. So far, so good for Gibson on that inside, but Falkingham is getting a good shove from Hibbs on the outside. So far, Stanley just not giving the shove that Gibson needs to stay alongside the 39. And here we go. Here comes the third line trying to get formed up. And just like that, Stanley is giving Gibson the shove he needs. Kurt Gibson all alone, but here comes Stanley jumping to the outside. See, the third line just does not have what it needs. They are nowhere close right now as it's Gibson versus Stanley. So we have 10 laps to go here at Talladega. Stanley trying to get him the second win of this chase. Here comes Blake Reynolds. He jumps to the inside. Whoa, big move from Hibbs, and Falkingham throws a huge block, and now he's going to be side by side with Stanley. But now Stanley has his racecraft teammate of Gavin Hibbs right behind him, giving him the shove. And right now it's the middle line is king. And got Ray Bracey still hanging on in P3, and here comes Hibbs jumping down in front of Falkingham. Racecraft 1-2 right now. And don't look now, here comes Jared Rexing dragging that third lane. Daniel Falkingham somehow has enough room to jump to the outside. And now jumps back to the bottom. And now it's up to Ray Bracey. Can he shove Ethan Stanley back up there? Right now you see a huge gap on the inside. That's going to kill the momentum here pretty quick. And now Falkingham left alone. Gavin Hibbs jumps down and followed by Reynolds and Burrell. Oh, Blake Reynolds, he is getting overheated. And you see Hibbs jumps up in front and jumps back down. Hope that was enough air for you, Blake. Oh, and he's still giving him a shove. Well, hopefully that was. Otherwise, we're really going to be in trouble. And now here's a huge shove. Falkingham into Hibbs. And right now it's a 2-lane race. No sign of that third lane. Hibbs in control for now. But when does Falkingham make that next move? Side lane starting to get closer. Blake Reynolds in charge, but for how much longer? And there it is. Falkingham to the bottom. Racecraft teammates at the top. Falkingham surges ahead for now. Blake Reynolds continuing to give some massive shoves, but now Falkingham jumps back to the top. And here comes Blake. 5 laps to go from Talladega. And here we go. We're finally starting to get that third lane. Here comes Ryan Gable. Jared Rexing trying to push him all the way up. As the middle surges ahead once again. Here comes Hibbs with a big move to the bottom. But right now he's all alone. He's got to get this pass done quickly. He won't, and he's going to fall all the way back. And here he's going to get a huge shove from Blake. And now it's Stanley behind Falkingham. Right now the third lane and the first lane, they are even. But the top 3 all by themselves here in the middle. Almost got the flying V going right now.
That's a different hockey team.
That I begrudgingly hope wins. Emphasis on the begrudgingly. Well, here we go. Here comes Hibbs. And there goes Falkingham with the block. Off of 4, it's 3 laps to go. Hibbs jumps back to the outside, and Falkingham couldn't get the block done in time. Oh, but Hibbs, he's disconnected from his help. Here comes Stanley.
Oh, wrecking!
Oh, we're wrecking in the back! Oh, Hanshaw, turn around! You see Ty McIntosh involved, David Westergreen, Door.
Josh Chin, Seth Rawls, Dustin Dewar.
Here we go. You see it. Someone gets loose up in front. I think that might be Hanshaw.
I think you're right.
Yeah, just kind of next gen death wobbles back up into Ryan Gable, and that puts him and Rexing in the wall. Oh, big front end damage for Door. And then there you see McIntosh. Oh, and Door comes down and clips D West, sends him up the track. Rawls gets clipped by Hanshaw sliding back down. And that wasn't even the only standoff. There was another standoff up there with Rawls and D West. On board with the 9, and just barely gets clipped. He almost made his way through. And then, oh, you go. Oh no, by all means, you go. No, I mean it. You go. Go right ahead. Nope, go on. Okay, if you insist. And Seth almost got up close and personal with Ty McIntosh right there for good measure. Well, I think we'll get what we hope is our final commercial break before interviews. And we'll be back shortly with green-white checkered attempt number 1.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, When they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Alrighty, we are back and about ready to get back at it here. 1 to green for green-white checkered attempt number 1.
Is this where I say the line?
This is where you say the line.
For those of you watching here on the Elite Racing Network or in iRacing broadcast in general for the first time, 3 attempts at a green-white checkered here in the Belly Up Sports Cup Series with the Elite Racing League. If the caution comes out during the first lap, we will re-rack them and try it again, or at least 2 more times, no more than that. Once the white flag is displayed, iRacing will not throw a caution at that point. Once you see the white flag, it will be a race back to the checkered flag. It doesn't matter if there's 30 cars wrecking. It doesn't matter if they're upside down and on fire. It doesn't matter if we've put one on top of the press tower here on the front stretch. We will be racing to checkered flag, and whoever gets there first will win.
And since we're at Talladega, have to do the obligatory. Oh, the start-finish line isn't right there in the middle of the tri-oval. It's all the way down there past the tri-oval. So if they're through the middle of the tri-oval, it's not the end of the race because the start-finish line is all the way down there.
But you know, if you haven't picked that up yet in the first 96 laps of this race, I'm really concerned. But they make sure after 188 laps in the real life races that you know that coming to the checkered flag. So, you know.
Yeah, but what can you do? Talking points are talking points, even if they never change lap after lap as the pace car makes the hard left-hand turn on the pit road. Daniel Falkingham. I saw that, Dave. Daniel Falkingham will lead us back to the restart zone. Green means go. We are back underway. 2 laps to go from Talladega. And a big move already from Falkingham, and he just barely had enough room to get that move done. But you see, the whole line just shrinking up. Thought for sure that was going to be green-white checkered attempt number 2. And already he's jumped back to the bottom and now back to the top as I've said that. And now what do you do if you're Ethan Burrell trying to get the shove from Ethan Stanley behind? Here comes Reynolds jumping down to the bottom, but he's all alone for now until Burrell and Stanley can get there. Off of turn 4, coming to the white flag. It's Falkingham in front. 1 to go at Talladega. Falkingham has no real competition for now, but what do you do if you're Hibbs? When do you make your move? Reynolds trying to get the run on the inside, trying to bring everyone with him right now. Whoa, we got cars going around in the back. Oh, I think we're still wrecking right now. We are single file. Oh, Gavin Hibbs jumping to the ball. Oh, we got a big wreck. Gavin Hibbs to the inside of Falkingham, and he's getting a huge shove from Trey Holmes. Falkingham jumps down behind them, trying to restart the run, trying to get the energy. He's trying to side trap, but he's not going to get there. Gavin Hibbs will win at Talladega. What a run from Gavin Hibbs. A crazy move right there as everything was going crazy behind them. Just barely got the move done on Falkingham. And a fantastic shove from the birthday boy of Trey Holmes to push them past the 39 into P1 and P2. Oh boy, Zach, what a finish.
Second win of the season for Gavin Hibbs, and I mean the timing could not be better. We talked about last week how he's kind of been the dark horse lurking in 4th place in the points coming into tonight, behind the Blake Reynolds and the Ethan Stanleys and the Daniel Falkinghams of the world. He picks up this win. It'll be very interesting to see what that does for the point situation when we get that update here in a few minutes.
And you see, it's a very popular win. Almost the entire field giving him the bumps, the congratulatory bumps. As now, burn it down, Gavin Hibbs. Alrighty, as the 95 continues to burn it down, we'll get that last break in, and we will be back to talk to our top 3.
Tickets are on sale now for the 5th Detroit, Illinois 300 at Worldwide Technology Raceway. September 11th through 13th brings a full weekend of action with the NASCAR Cup Series, NASCAR O'Reilly Auto Parts Series, and St. Louis's biggest music festival, Confluence. The stars shine on and off the track, and your ticket gets you everything: cars, concerts, camping, food, and fun. Don't miss it. Get your tickets now and save big at WWTRaceway.com.
If you've been waiting for the right time to upgrade, that time is now. Score up to $4,000 off on a 26 brand new Ford Explorer. And our Ford Explorers come with the Bolin Lifetime Powertrain Warranty. So get to Tom Bolin Ford in Hannibal. Heck of a deal, ain't it?
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Blue Egg Marketing. Rev up your business with Blue Egg, your marketing pit crew. Turbocharge your lead generation with experienced drivers that can navigate the competitive track to connecting with your customers. With Blue Egg, you're always in the pole position, leading your brand towards victory lane. So don't spin your wheels, accelerate success with Blue Egg, fueling small businesses to win big.
The Lucas Oil School of Racing. Simply stated, we are the professional ranks where the quality of the equipment often dictates the outcomes, and all of our cars are designed to perform and race as close as humanly possible. None of our competitors will have an advantage from engineering tactics. Rather, you will compete on a completely level field with a score of immensely talented up-and-coming drivers, all pushing each other to reach their new heights in their respective pursuit in becoming a professional race car driver. Every year, our top-performing graduates move on to the professional racing ladders of IndyCar, F1, and IMSA. Whether drivers compete in 1 or 2 seasons of our series, when they are ready to move on, they are ready to move. The training you receive in our school is an unmatched, unforgettable, first-class education combining the very best racing instruction and education.
Alrighty, we are back and we are ready to talk to, I believe, only our top 2. So far, the 3rd place finisher of Daniel Falkingham has not popped up yet, so we'll go ahead and get started with Zach talking to the birthday boy. Take it away, Zach.
Yeah, happy birthday, Trey. Just exactly how you drew it up.
Absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. Congrats on a second place finish here.
Apparently they're looking at something. I don't know what's happening.
I'm told second place.
Okay.
I'm told second place.
Okay.
I'm sure they're still going to argue about it because that's what we do in Elite. But
yeah.
my understanding,
it wouldn't be Elite without arguing.
No, of course not. One thing we can argue about is whether it's first, second, whatever. Great finish here on your birthday. How's it feel to come home with this second place finish?
I actually finished one of these things.
Yeah.
Shocking. Especially after that first big wreck, I have no clue how I dodged it, or the other wreck after that, or the third one after that. I think I had about 2 lives left by the end of this race.
You know, talking about that, I mean, it was definitely an adventurous start to the night. How much, how did you have a lot of damage from that initial incident, or did you kind of get away with it?
I actually only had only a minute of damage.
Okay.
I don't know how, because I got hit pretty good in the front and the rear, but luckily it only had a minute and pulled out a really good race.
Well, I know this one has to feel good, especially. I mean, even if it wasn't your birthday, it's been a challenging season at times for you.
Yeah.
And you know, just being able to pick up a second place finish here and be right in the mix at the end. What was the thought process going into the last lap? Were you pretty committed to pushing Gavin there, or were you looking for an opportunity and just felt the wrecks kind of took that away from you, or what were you?
I was committed until the front stretch, but then Bulk got a huge run off of 4, and I couldn't do anything, so I was just committed to pushing him as hard as I could to try to get him the victory.
Absolutely. Well, before we let you go, who do you have to thank on this runner-up finish tonight?
I want to thank Pro Edge for sticking by me this entire season. It's been a difficult season, but we're trying to build momentum to 26B and try to give them a run next season. So I'm looking forward to that.
All right, well, there you have it. Second place finisher Trey Holmes. Congratulations, happy birthday, and we'll see you next week.
Appreciate it, guys.
Alrighty, there's our runner-up, and now we do have our third place finisher of Daniel Fockingham. So we'll go ahead, bring him up, and talk to him. Daniel, James in the booth, you got a copy?
Yeah, I gotcha.
Well, that was a hard-fought battle out there. You were once again up at the front pretty much the entirety of it, and now there's a lot of talking going on, and no tea, no shade, but I do gotta ask, what were your thoughts on that pass right there going through 3 and 4 on the final lap?
Yeah, I don't know, it's really curious to, like, when you look at it all, because, like, there is a small opening underneath me, but it's, like, not big enough for there to be a move made. But I feel like I held my line just fine, where there was, like, really no way that you could pass underneath me. And with Gavin going to the apron, like, underneath me, I feel like I had no choice but to move up, because if I just hold my line, all of us are wrecked. And I'm racing for a championship, so like, I feel like I got points I need to preserve. I mean, it would have been nice to win the race, because that's way more points than finishing second. But I mean, at that point, I feel like I had to think bigger picture and just leave the room. But I don't know. I'm not sure, like, what the whole ruling is on, like, yellow line. But I felt like I had no choice but to go up to not wreck us. So, like, I don't know how they're going to rule it. I mean, it's not going to matter. I'm not going to win the race anyway. But I mean, I don't know. We'll see what they say. But, like, I don't know. I just felt like I was put in a box to where I had to move up because, like, he made the move underneath me, which was 2 tires below the yellow line. So, like, I don't know. I was just in a spot where I just did not want to wreck the field if I just held my line. Because if I stayed there, I'd probably get wrecked and I would throw away a good point stay. So, I don't know. We'll see what they say. It's really weird, but, like, I mean, it's not going to matter to me. We finished the race. We beat all the guys we needed to. and we're still in a good spot for this championship because we had a really good points night.
Yeah, and that's the difficult thing about, Talladega in the chase is that when you're a chase competitor, especially being the point leader, you gotta be worried about that. You can't really do anything too wacky and crazy and all that because you have to make sure you don't give up points giving up 10 points trying to get 1.
Yeah, it's like I said, I was just trying to. At that point, it's like I just had to save my points because I already had a bad week last week after my engine decided to just kill itself for no reason. And so at this point, like, I'm just trying to recover because we were quite a bit ways behind coming into the race or coming into tonight. So at this point, like, because I know like these next 3 races are very good tracks for me. Plus, we have an additional stage, so that's an extra shot at points at Homestead. And I know if we can just do all the right things, like we have a good shot to win it because it's probably going to come down between me and Blake. And even throw Stanley in there. I think like us 4, it's like me, Blake, Hibbs, and Stanley. Like we're all like right close to each other. So yeah. At that point, like I said, I don't know what they'll call. I mean, it's not gonna matter. I ain't gonna win the race anyway. So, but I mean, we'll see what it is. But definitely just better to have, I guess, just precise ruling next time.
Absolutely. Well, all things considered, it was a much needed night for you. Stage win. P3, any sponsors, plugs, and shout-outs you'd like to give before we let you go?
Yeah, just thank you guys for putting on the broadcast. Thanks, Chad, for all he does, for all the leagues he puts on. Shout out to Belly Up Sports for sponsoring this series for all they do. Shout out to Blake, Garrison, Stanley, Cutlet, Nate, and a bunch of those guys I was working with tonight. We were all working really good up there, and we all got some decent finishes. So shout out to them boys for having a good race. And all of us working together right there. And thanks to all watching. Hopefully we put on a good show for y'all.
Absolutely, that you did. And we appreciate you, Dan. And hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Hope so. I'll see you boys then. Y'all have a good one.
Alrighty. And now it's time to talk to the man of the hour, Gavin Hibbs, your race winner. Gavin, James in the booth. You got a copy?
Hey, yeah, I do, James.
How about it, man? I hate to bring it up, but I got to. You came so close to getting it done at Daytona way at the start of the season, and this time you were able to get just that one further there in the chase, getting yourself some much-needed points here.
Yeah, this is huge for us, especially with how last week in New Hampshire went, running good until the very last lap and got destroyed. Put us in a bit of a hole in terms of competing for the title, but we knew today was going to be crucial because I feel like this would have been my last great chance to get a win this season, and it didn't start out great. I got me and my teammate Jesse got into it out of 2 there. We had 6 minutes of damage. Was really fighting to get all that fixed the whole race, and then once we got it all fixed, we were like, okay, it's go time. No stage points, but yeah, those last couple laps were insane to say the least. And but I knew last lap had Trey Holmes and Weeks behind me. I knew we were gonna try and do something to get around these pro guys. So we were trying everything we could, and down the back stretch there, a lot of people are gonna, the talking point is gonna be, was I went below or did I get forced with all the shoving? But to me right now, that doesn't matter. We're just glad to be back in victory lane, and shout out to my boy Trey Holmes for pushing us home.
Absolutely, and take us through that pass. It's a point of a lot of conversation right now. So, what was your thoughts on it? It was a heck of a move, to be sure.
Yeah, it's just last lap at Dega, you're gonna have a staggered line, just people shoving everyone, you're getting pushed, someone who's pushing you is getting pushed, and you're pushing the guy in front of you. That was just one of those deals, and it got me in a weird point where, I hit Dan in a weird spot, and I got hit in a weird spot by Trey, and on my screen it looked like I went, I didn't go to below the line. I probably had a smidge of my left sides below it, and the way I see it and the way I felt it was I got pushed so hard I got forced down. So, I mean, that's my case to it. Everyone's gonna have their opinions, but where you just gotta let race control decide, and we were hoping that we got the call that we did, and here we are now in victory lane.
Absolutely. It was a incredible run for you. Incredible moment. Any sponsors, plugs, and shout outs you like to give before we let you go?
Oh yeah, obviously, big shout out to Trey Holmes for pushing me to the checkered. We were, he said that if it was just me and him, he was going to try to make the move, and like to give also say happy birthday to him. It's his birthday. I would have loved to wish the roles were reversed, but glad he stuck by me and pushed me home. Field Up Racing, we've had strong cars all season long. We got 3 cars on the chase. We're very strong, looking very strong. Especially as the season progresses, and we're looking forward to next year. And then Hibbs Design, Racecraft Academy, and then Next Level Racing. Obviously, you use code Racecraft at checkout, you get 5 or 10% off. Still trying to figure that out, but that's all I can think about. Oh, and big shout out to my boys for a long time, who I raced with for a long time, Strictly Stock Motorsports. Those guys, are the reason why I'm still here.
Alrighty. Well, go celebrate, Gavin. It was a phenomenal run, and hopefully we're talking to you again next week.
Yeah, thank you guys.
There you have it. There is the man of the hour, Gavin Hibbs, and well, Zach, that truly was Talladega race of all time.
Definitely a dramatic conclusion. One that I'm sure will be debated throughout the evening, although it certainly seems like the decision is final in that Gavin Hibbs has been declared the winner of this race, and as such, draws within 9 points of championship leader Blake Reynolds. It's going to be 4 guys all within 9 points at the top of the standings as it appears right now, with 3 races to go in this championship chase.
Yeah, absolutely incredible. You cannot ask for a better championship battle than that. But with that, I believe it's time for us to get the heck on out of here. For my broadcast partners, Zach Evans and Dave Huckleberry, I'm James Watson, bidding you adieu till next time. Good night, everyone.